BBN Jack Frost, what's up, party people? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a beautiful day. All right, so I got a couple of things I want to talk about. So I saw something the other day, actually. I didn't just see this recently. I saw this a couple of days ago, and it had to do with Sabastian Telfair and the interview they had on It Is What It Is. I want to talk about that. But also today, Blueface arrested. I want to talk about that. He had to turn himself in. I don't guess he's arrested. He turned himself in. He's in jail. That's the point. He's currently in jail. And I would like to talk about that. There's a couple of things regarding that I would like to talk about. But before we get to any of that, as always, what we must do in the beginning of every video from now on, we need to alert everybody to the crackheads of Coney Island. One of them has been deemed fentanyl. Not this one, the other one. Crackheads of Coney Island. So everybody can know why I'm posting these women. They want me dead. They're currently trying to get people to kill me. So I just post these women every day. So why not let the whole world know, right? Let's let the whole world know. And this one right here, DJ Bandana Black, labeled the next one Fentanyl Felicia. Shout out to DJ Bandana Black. I'm pretty sure all of them are gonna cover the story after these women get me killed. I'm pretty sure everybody is going to cover the story after these women get me killed. So they also tried to start me. They also tried to fight me in the store, by the way. That shit was bananas. Now, with all that being said, Sabastian Telfair goes on It Is What It Is, and he gives an interview. And before I say anything about what he actually said, I just want to be clear about something. I don't think he meant any ill will towards anybody of any ilk from the New York City lineage of NBA basketball players. I don't think he meant anyone any harm. I think most of it was tongue in cheek for jokes, a lot of it. I don't think he meant any disrespect. And the reason why I'm saying this, and I'm going to say this in the beginning, is the whole reason why this became a topic of something for me to even know about is because I heard that he disrespected the New York City guards and the New York City players that had came before him. And the way that it was proposed all over the internet, was that he was disrespecting people. And so I'm telling you, after me watching much of the interview, he was not disrespecting at all. And I just want to come on and speak about that. I think a lot of times some of these basketball players get a bad rap whenever, they leave the league, and it's not, and when they get to the league, they don't become what people presume them to become. Just so we can be clear, Sabastian Telfair, lightning quick. If this is just my belief, and this is not a knock on anything, hindsight is 2020. Just so we could be clear, at the time, for everybody that don't know, he came straight from high school into the NBA, and I believe he was the number 7 pick. I think he was. I'm not 100% sure. I think he was the number 7 pick, and I think Portland. I forgot who drafted him, but I think he was the number 7 pick. I'm not 100% sure. In any regard, I think he got drafted to the East, somewhere in the East. I don't remember. He played in Portland at one point or another. I think he got shipped out there. I forgot where he got drafted though. In any regard, Sabastian Telfair gets drafted. He comes into the NBA. He's expected. A lot is expected of him. They was touting him as the next great point guard. Not just from New York City, but from Coney Island, and the next great player, not just from New York City, but from Coney Island, specifically after his cousin, Stephon Marbury. Shout out to Stephen. Portland drafted him 7, right? At 7, right? I'm getting that right? I don't know. I'm just going off my memory. In any regard, he had a stellar high school career. 3 chips, I believe. I think he broke like a shitload of records in high school. A shitload of records. Me giving him the eyeball test watching TV. I haven't actually stood in front of him and seen him play. But me giving him the eyeball test from watching TV, I believe he was faster than John Wall at one point. Everybody talk about how quick John Wall is. I think he was quicker. I think he was quicker than John Wall ever was. I just want to be clear on this because I don't think people understand the difference between speed and quickness. You see, when you get on an open court and you're outrunning someone, that's speed. When you're making a move and the move is a sudden move, that's quickness. I think he was leaps and bounds quicker than John Wall. I don't know how much faster than he was. I believe he was also faster. But as far as quickness goes, he was damn near the quickest guard in the league when he stepped into the league. I always wished that, you know, the world ran a little bit differently and he did 1 year of college, pardon me. Hold on. Just so we can be clear, right now I'm talking about high school and I'm talking about his quickness. I haven't even talked about his ability to shoot. I haven't talked about his ability to score. I haven't talked about whether he was a good scorer at the professional level or not. I'm just saying, as far as pure athleticism goes, if we're going to try to talk to the kids that didn't see him play before, and we want to try to average him out to quickness and how effective he can be under good coaching, I also want to add that. I don't think he ever had a good coach. At least I didn't see him with a good coach. How effective, I didn't see him with a good coach when he was still in a part of his career where it would have mattered. You understand? The NBA is, a lot of people believe the NBA to be rigged. So that's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, so that's what I'm talking about right now. If we want to talk about how good he was, he was really a two guard. He wasn't a point guard. So did they ever put him in the system? Did they ever put him in the system where they'd allow for him to play his skill set? He wasn't a two guard. He wasn't a point guard. He was a two guard. That's where college would have helped him, because college would allow for the NBA to know what to do with him. See, when you come in from high school, the NBA don't know what to do with you. If you're a big, it's easy. When you're a guard, it's just not so easy. We're all fit. With all due respect to the coaches of the NBA, the good coaches and the bad coaches. When you come from college, what happens is they're talking. When you come from college, what happens is they're talking to your coach in college. When they're talking to your high school coach, who you think is going to be able to give them better information, your high school coach or your college coach? So what sometimes happens is people get drafted places where they just, is too many players. They're not going to. Rod Strickland came to New York City. I think we already had Mark Jackson. Who we had first, Rod or Mark? Why would they get both of those guys? What kind of sense did that make? With all due respect, love both of them. Rod Strickland went to my alma mater. Love both of them. All right? What kind of sense did that make? So that's what you have to understand when you look at how well some players actually do when they get to the NBA. That they go into a system that works with their skill set. That's like saying, if you got Dennis Rodman, but he playing with LeBron James, so LeBron James wants the 4 to scratch, so now Dennis Rodman got to stand in the corner all day. That doesn't work with his skill set. In any regard, let's get back to what we're talking about. So, what we were talking about, we're having a sports conversation. So, I just want to be clear about this. Sabastian Telfair was not a bum. He was not a bad player at all. I think there's a couple of times he might have scored 30 and 40, just so we could be clear, and in great efforts against good teams. The point in which I'm trying to make is that sometimes you have to be inside of a what do you call that? A system that works for you. You have to have a coaching staff that's working with you. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you have to have. I don't believe he ever had that in his career. I think by the time he got with a competent coach that was willing to work with him, he might have already had so much bad experience in the NBA that he might have just already been like done with it. And that happens to players in NBA, in the NFL, in the MLB, and whatever you want to mention, not just sports, but just in general. That happens. You've been discontented with something for so long that your love for it isn't there the same. That happens. Your passions get extinguished. That happens to people. So that's the point I wanted to make. Now I want to talk about something he said specifically. And I want to be clear about this. The greatest point guard to ever come out of the I just want to be clear about something. The greatest point guard, in my opinion, that came out of New York City and was the best when they came out of New York City, either going into the NBA or going into high school or going into college, was Kenny Anderson. Period. I love all you guys. We got Kenny Smith. We got Mark Jackson. We got Rod Strickland. We got Sebastian Telfair. We got just said this name. Bassie's freaking cousin. Stephon Marbury. Like, we got a ton of great point guards. We got other good players that ain't even point guards, like another Coney Island legend. Your man Lance Stevenson. Kenny Anderson was the best player for him. If you didn't see what Kenny Anderson was doing to people, if you didn't see how much better Kenny Anderson made every single player that played next to him, I can't explain it to you. Sabastian Telfair had Kenny Anderson quickness. The difference is Kenny Anderson had a great coach all throughout his career. He just got injured. For everybody that don't know about Kenny A, he was a beast. Lefty. And he had zero right hand and he couldn't shoot and he was still unguardable. I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to say that again for everybody that don't get how good Kenny Anderson was. Kenny Anderson had zero jump shot. He could not shoot. Pardon me. He had zero right hand. He could not go right. Okay? He had to crossover. Everybody had to crossover. But Kenny Anderson had no right. And he could not shoot. And he was unguardable. Anybody know about Kenny Anderson in here? Am I the only one that know about this dude? He was unguardable. He was so quick that he could get to any spot in the floor before the defender or the defenders. He was so quick that when he made his first move, the double team had to come. You had no choice. He was so quick. I probably got a special place in my heart because that's the first player they ever called me when I went to the park. So I probably got a special place in my heart. That's the first player they ever called me when I went to the park. Kenny A, because they thought I was a lefty and I was quick as shit, but I wasn't a lefty. I just could only go left. But I was a righty. It's a long story. I was killing them kids. I was a righty, but I could only really go left. I was killing them kids, I promise you. Fried Cheese says Kenny was nice with the Nets. Go look and see what he was doing when he was at Georgia Tech. I think that's the thing that's gonna never allow for, in my opinion, while there's just certain players that LeBron James cannot be averaged to. Just like there's certain players to me, Kobe Bryant cannot be averaged to. There's certain players that Kevin Garnett cannot be averaged to. Because to me, y'all never had to go play in college. You never had to play in college. That takes a lot away from me. Think about it like this. Is it Kareem? Did Kareem go to college? Who is it? Kareem? I'm trying to think about who it was. Did 4 years in college, I think won all 4 years and came to the NBA and was just busting ass. That's dominance, man. Anyway, let's get back on Bassie. So I want to say something because I'm all over the place. So I want to say something real quick. In the interview, I think that they were trying to give him a position so he could come out and be like, talk your shit. But I'm gonna say this. I think that the actual problem is that he needs a little bit of media training. I think a little bit of media training would have been a benefit to him in that particular situation. A little bit of media training. It would have been beneficial to him in that situation. I think that that's what hurt him. I think that's why people are speaking whatever they talking about. Dude said, "Are you gonna get 2K24 this year?" I'm getting a whole bunch of other shit right now. I just bought a freaking I just hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you. So I just got a freaking air fryer. This metal air fryer. It's a metal one though. It's not rubber. Do not get the plastic air fryers. Those are bad. Air is bad, and it could put it could poison your shit. The plastic air dryers. But no, we do plan on getting on 2K24 at some point. I got people waiting for me to get on the game, man. They come to the chat every now and then and be like, "Yo, Frost," they don't call me Frost, they call me Spawn. And be like, "Yo, Spawn, yo, Splitter." They call me Spawn or they call me Splitter. They be like, "Yo, Splitter, when you getting on 2K?" Man, y'all just trying to tell you, man. Anyway, let's get back to what we talking. So, in my opinion, I think that he just didn't have any media training. That's all that happened. They tried to toss him an alley oop, and he missed it twice. Cam tried to toss 2 alley oops. He missed it twice. You see the faces of the people, like, in the homegirl, and you can see Mace's face and homegirl's face and Cameron's face. Every time he misses one of the alley oops, he missed 2 of them. One time particularly, he was telling a story and they tried to cut him off at a part that was particularly interesting that he should have stopped and explained, but he just walked right over it. He should have stopped though. You know what I'm saying? One of the things is being a good host and being a good interviewer. There's a couple of things you have to understand, and one of the things is narrative. So you have to be able to understand narrative. You have to be able to understand, like, how do you say? You got to be able to understand narrative. You understand what I'm saying? Narrative. So when you don't understand narrative, when you don't have a ability to understand how to create narrative, how to write narrative, whatever the case might be, right? When you don't have that ability, what happens is when you do an interview, you don't know where to stop people. So they've been working. You got to do work. This is the thing that I try to explain to people. You think that when I get up here and I do the show most days, uh, um, there's a lot of research that got to go into it. Like I gotta know, like, this me. You can see me on the other one a little. You can see me on the other one a little. I just thought of that. That's a great idea. Yeah. So I just had a great idea. You know how these people is in here talking about I beat up a lady. The lady actually attacked me. I'm gonna go to the key food Oh, y'all can see me? Oh, shit. So some people been in my chat talking crazy, and I just realized something. That lady attacked me yesterday. Attacked me yesterday. I'm going to go press charges on her. So since they want to come in here and lie and say I was attacking a lady, I'm going to go press charges on the lady, specifically only for that reason. Only for that one reason. Because people want to say I attacked that lady. This lady right here kicked me and hit me. This lady literally kicked me. And it's on camera because it was in the supermarket. I did nothing to her. My hands was like this. I'm going to go press charges. So I'm going to go pull up to the supermarket tomorrow. And I'm going to pull up there first and I'm going to ask them politely. And if they don't do it, I'm going to come back with the police. So that's what I'm going to do. So y'all people just got short, and I'm gonna record and tape everything so we can make sure that we got this shit 100% for our content. This lady going to jail. This crackhead lady right here, she attacked me in the supermarket. I'm gonna go press charges. Y'all want to say I attacked her? Not a problem. I'm gonna go press charges. Therefore, you can't lie about it, right? Anything else? I'm going to let y'all go anyway because my freaking computer is just super slow. I don't know what happened. It was just super slow. So I'm going to go press charges because she did attack me and she physically made contact with me when she kicked me. So I'm going to go press charges. That's what I'm going to do. And then hopefully they'll do more investigation into the rest of you motherfuckers. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull up to the super. I should go now. Supermarket's still open. I'm going to go press charges on that lady. This one right here. She kicked me. It's on camera in the supermarket. So they want to say I did something to somebody. It's not a problem. Since there's no way I could stop you from lying, what I can do is hold one of y'all accountable. This crackhead right here attacked me in the supermarket, and I'm going to go press charges. And I'm going to go press charges. So that's what we're going to do. Right? It's going to back. Y'all send people to go try to agitate me so y'all can film me and make me look like a bad person. It backfired. This crackhead ass lady kicked me in the supermarket. And now they're trying to say I was fighting with her. So to clear my name, I'm going to go right now.